Hi, I'm Janelle Shiner, and for the purpose of this role play, I'm the Development Director for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I'm going to be soliciting a gift this afternoon from a board member that I know well.
Hi, I'm Laura Bush, and for this role play, I'm going to be playing a board member of Big Brothers Big Sisters who's also a former volunteer for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And as a volunteer several years ago, I started a program called Your Turn for Tennis, and it was an opportunity for children and their mentors to have professional tennis lessons and a tennis racket and tennis balls after, to try to get them involved in a game that's really fun that they might not usually play and that could be good for their health and good for their mentoring relationship.
Good. So let's get started.
Okay.
Well, good afternoon, Laura. I'm so glad that you could make some time to visit with me today, and it seems like it's been months since I've seen you.
Yeah, sure. Well, I always like seeing you, Janelle.
Well, thank you. I'm here today because we are looking for some additional funding to try to bring some more programming to the kids this summer, and I think we've researched a really exciting opportunity.
Well, I'm very curious about it.
The program that you started, Your Time for Tennis, seems to fit within the guidelines of a program that the National Tennis Association is offering to local organizations. And what we are hoping to do is pull together enough funding that we could start the program up again. And to do so, we think we're going to need about $10,000.
Well, I loved Your Turn for Tennis, and I was really actually kind of heartbroken that we couldn't keep it going longer. It went for a couple of seasons and things like that, but there just wasn't enough funds, and I love tennis, and I saw what it did for kids, so I'm actually really interested if we can restart it in what you have to say and what you found out about.
Well, I'm glad to hear your excitement, because that's what we would like to do too, and we think it just brings so much to the mentors and to the kids, both in health and fitness and really productive activities over the summer too. So what we've learned is that they're making $5,000 grants available if organizations can match the $5,000 grant with local funds. And given how difficult the economy is right now, we're pretty concerned that we aren't going to be able to seek that funding from local corporations or foundations. And what I'm hoping that we can do is structure a challenge to our board of directors to get this started again. Because I think, several people still serve on the board that were around at the time that the program was launched and was so successful, and I'm hoping that we can ignite some excitement around that. Now, to do that, what I would like to ask you to consider is a $2,500 challenge grant to your peers on the board.
Wow. That's a little bit more than I've usually given to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
It is more than you've given, and I understand that it would be kind of a reach for you. And what I would hope to do is get your pledge of support and put out to the rest of the board that you would match up to $2,500 dollar for dollar. Now,
so I wouldn't actually give $2,500 to $100 unless there was matching funds up to $25. So I would say
that's right. You would you'd put forth a challenge, and we also would not expect that you would pay out the if we're very successful and when we can get $2,500 in commitment from the board, we would not expect that you would match that immediately.
Take it right out of my savings
immediately this month. That in fact you would be able to pay this out.
Yeah, that would really help
over time, because I think what the national organization is really looking for is the commitment to bring that money into the budget to show that we're ready to match their $5,000 grant. And we would have to do this fairly quickly too, because we do have an application deadline of 60 days from now. And so I'm here today to talk with you initially about this, hoping that we could maybe go into the next board meeting with a challenge of sorts put together for them to consider.
Well, for me, I don't want to give you a response right away. I'd like to kind of look at my finances and maybe check with my financial advisor about how that might work, just so I'm completely comfortable, because it is a little bit of a stretch and just, let you know. Because could I, well, I get why it needs to be $2,500, but if it was a little bit less, perhaps that
I think the challenge would still, that the challenge would
Okay.
still work, and we certainly understand that it's going to need to be a pledge that you're comfortable fulfilling.
Yeah. Well, and so can I just get back with you? How might that work?
I'd like to call you in about a week if that's okay with you. And in the meantime, I'd also like to send to you a copy of the request for proposals that we researched, so you can see a little bit more about the funding program that's being offered.
Okay.
And
I would like that.
Good. I think a little bit of background might be helpful.
All right. So I'll just wait for your call, and in the meantime, I'll go look at my finances and such, okay, and see what it's possible.
I'm so happy that you're willing to consider this, because I think it's going to allow us to move forward as quickly as we'll need to take advantage of this opportunity for our kids and mentors this summer.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd be very excited to have the program go again. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Janelle.